years, toil, 38 days, and 17 surgery. Again, so you want to talk about the first time you walked into the...
You've never done it, no?
It seems like it would sometimes. Yes, this is the first time I met Katie. She was in the hospital and she had this surgery to insert this device into her face that would bring her eyes closer together. And it was literally an internal screw where every day the doctors would come in and turn these two screws to bring her eyes closer together. And it was extremely painful. And this was a very challenging story to photograph in many ways because it was a lot of process. Like every day was the same. Going to physical therapy, going to speech therapy, going to psychological therapy. The same thing every day. And it's doctor's appointments. And so it's a challenge for a photographer to come up with certain little moments that can really get beyond the process. And I have to say, Katie was in constant pain, constantly, and she was on a lot of medications. She didn't have a nose to breathe through, so she had a hole in her throat. Her food and her medicine, which was about 20 pills a day, was put through in her stomach. She was very close to her brother, who came to visit a few times while I was there. But after she got out of the hospital, we went to this beautiful park, and Katie never got to be alone, so her parents put her in this wheelchair and sort of we stepped back and let her spend time by herself.
We're on the picture of the girl.
Oh, the brother is still there. I see that's the next one. Sorry.
Can you talk about the brother?
Well, Rob, his name is Robert. Robert is the one who discovered Katie. So Katie was very upset about a boy, but also some other things that were happening at school. And so she was at Robert's house and talking to him and her mother. And Robert and the mother went out to the front yard on Kate night.
Because there's two contemporary hip hop stations. Yeah.
That's all right.
Go.
I'm filming everything.
No, tell me that really light. No, I'm gonna help you with the flag.
47 Fleet Line Rascal, huh? 48 Fleet Line. This guy looks like a nice guy. La Angel Baby and Ange in the Monte Carlo. All right, let's get to the hip hop exhibit. What's going on here? Greenhouse? Yeah, I think those are that guy's pictures, bro. What's going on here? Photo Greenhouse of LA? The little cameras growing on plants, bro. I get it. Yeah, I think they're that guy's Oreos. I'm pretty sure that dude used to shoot for Lowrider magazine. Here's the hours. Alright, here's the main part. How you doing? Contact time, history, visual history of hip hop. Hello, Cool J, bro. 88. Spike Lee. LL Cool J, one of the most underrated rappers, bro, back in the day. Jam Master Jay. Scene 1. Remember this cat? He tagged on the Hollywood sign. Somewhere. Mark Jackson. There goes that man, Method Man. Oh,
such a dramatic shift from what was like the essence of hip hop and the Bronx and their East Coast.
Well, the rocks were different. I mean, West Coast had its own flavor. We were more so talking about the culture of what was going on in the communities and gang violence. We were talking about police brutality.
MF Doom? You know MF Doom, bro? MF Doom has some of the best beats I heard, but I never really got into his music. But Pharrell's too new, bro. Yeah, these are the new school, dude. I'm here for the older cat. Most deaf.
On the show had liaison with their guy, and they said, well, the instructions were don't wear red and don't wear blue. At that time, I knew nothing about that whole gang thing. They said it's best to wear black. That's what they were going to wear. And the first shot was at the Welcome to Compton sign. And then the idea was we would end up in Venice Beach.
Check it out. Welcome back to Yo, MTV Raps is fast.
Let's walk around real quick. Get through, excuse me.
The Dickies, the Ben Davis, the Chucks, the palm trees, the weed, which are all authentic textures of LA.
There was also body language that was very different. Hand signals, which we'd never seen before, which were just mind-blowing, really elaborate tattoo work. It was a mix of Black and Mexican culture.
People like Mr. Cartoon, it was all about letter forms, bold images.
Mr. Cartoon had his tattoo studio in downtown LA. A lot of people in the hip hop world were tattooed here. The day 50 Cent came, we had already been listening to his mixtapes, and he had the hottest mixtapes in the world. He had come to Cartoon because he wanted to get a big Southside on his back for Southside Queens. Cartoon was like, hey, let me collage inside the lettering with stuff that relates to where you come from. And it'll have the LA Chicano vibe, but it'll be all your New York stuff. And I got to document it all with my little Old Faithful.
You said my boy Cartoon be out here in LA, boy.
I always say it's not the camera, it's the eye, and I still really believe that. I worked with a lot of cameras throughout my whole career, but it's just something about the eye.
There's a certain kind of thing that you're attracted to, that you're looking for in subjects, and that emerges over a body of work. You don't go out the first day and you're like, this is it. An art director in New York was like, I don't understand what it is, but all your photographs have this sort of melancholy. And it's like, wow, maybe okay. And it's true.
There's trendy, and then there's like classic. And classic never goes out of style. I got an assignment from Rolling Stone to photograph Tupac. Tupac showed up with a couple of different clothing changes, and we started shooting, and then he said to me, hey, listen, I've got some other outfits there. if you want me to change. Like, he took off his shirt and was going to grab another shirt, and I was like, wow, those tattoos are incredible. And I hadn't planned on shooting the tattoos, so I said, we should do one without your shirt on if you're up for that. Tupac's presence in front of the camera was like so strong. And I'll tell you, that really felt like an iconic photograph to me when I took it. Like, I was like, yeah, this is incredible.
Because I don't shoot digital, I don't have the opportunity to shoot thousands of photos in a day. Because my intention is just to get one iconic shot out of the day. I have no interest in creating a lot of content. I don't want a bunch of mediocre shots. I don't want a bunch of good photos. I'd rather have one great photo.
Our job, if you will, is to truly represent the artists that are a part of hip hop and to create a timeless moment. So for MF Doom, Mad Villainy, the image took all of 30 minutes to create in total. You want to leave the house? I'm like, yeah, we can go up the street. Like, nah, son, I'm not going up the street. So I go, let's just go out in the backyard. There's a white wall out there. And I'm a fan of Abaddon, so I'm like, white wall, you know, America West, easy. So I literally stand right there. Just beep, beep, beep. Shot off 4 rolls of film, that was it. He was like, all right, I'm done. I'm like, yeah, but I have all these ideas. Nah, I'm done. Went to the lab, got the contact sheets, and that's when I knew I had it. So if you look at that image, look at the eyes, says everything. Though you can hardly see them, it's a heavy image. No one will ever do better than what I did, and that was an accident. Photography is a happy accident. I don't care what anybody says.
I think what makes a photo iconic is a photo that no matter where you are in time, you can emotionally connect to it. It's not something that's tangible, I think. You know, it's just, it is. Either it is or it isn't.
I like people that have dignity, look good. So my whole thing is just, I'm a black man. I see the beauty in black men. I know Biggie, because I used to shoot a lot for Rolling Stone. I got the idea, because I used to always say he looked like a king. The reason I decided to use purple, red, gold, in those tones is because those are the tones of royalty. And also, dark skin makes every color look good. It wasn't hard to get a good picture from him. He had a certain presence, and it comes through in the photo. I caught him smiling. For some people, it was like a big deal. But for me, he always smiled when I was shooting him. But later on, when I showed the whole contact sheet to people, they act like they never saw a photo of him smiling, which I guess they probably haven't.
You cannot top that image. I don't care, and no disrespect to all the homies. But that is the quintessential image of him at that time. And, you know, like 200 years from now, when you think of Biggie, that image will be in the conversation.
Hip-hop music is now post-genre, if you will. I mean, now hip-hop is a multi-bazillion-dollar industry. Artists are now perceived as leaders, you know, not just in the music world, but as our greater world. And so they realize that these images are important.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Instagram is one of the most amazing tools that artists and everybody, even if you don't do music, just, you know, people in general have to market themselves. You know? I really love this picture right here. Look, it's me and my girlfriend, but it ain't even about the fact that it's me and her. The picture itself is so fire. She looks so cool right there. And then it's like, thank God for punk rock. And we just look cool. When I'm over here, drums, I can hear the drums real heavy. So just a little bit more. Yeah. What's most important to me about my image, you can't put me in a lane. We have to create a lane for me to be in, to create my own genre. And then people can come jump in that.
Who can better bring out the essence of a young artist than someone who you obviously can relate to their experience? If anything, the diversity in the types of eyes you're seeing through is really what brings, someone to life.
So last year, I was the first Black person to shoot the cover of Rolling Stone. Well, my approach is centered around the form, and most specifically the Black male form. I am interested in kind of capturing their masculinity, their energy, and men from my viewpoint as a woman, and especially a Black woman shooting a Black man. I know what it's like to move through the world as a Black person and the vulnerability of it. So I'm not coming from a place of fetishization or like appropriation. It's more coming from a place of like love.
I have a camera, some film, I have eyeballs, I have my brain, and I make it happen. Just like Jeanette is the same way, Danny's the same way, B+ is the same way, we're all kind of the same person in the sense of it's all humble means. I don't need much, just give me my camera and I'm out. I love my work and I love all their work just because I can see it's real, it's honest, it's me.
Seeing these images is an incredible way to kind of connect with this culture, and the most dominant, impactful players and the photographers who framed up and clicked them, who shot you, baby.
Are these records for sale?
Not the ones up there. Those are all display. The ones in the actual record store there.
Over there?
How do you use this?
To look closer into the detail, so look into it. Yeah.
Oh, actually.
This is the guy you were talking about, Stefan. Heidi Fleiss? I think that's Heidi Fleiss.
You got Cardi B, rap snacks.
Forgot what
Are these really for sale? I heard a lot about these stories. How much are they?
$3.
Rap snacks. I think it would take.
What are they?
Oh, they sell these in that.
Excuse me. Cardi B chips. It's full of preservatives, bro. Silicone and preservatives. Oh shit, look at these, dude. Wrap snacks. Migos. White cheddar and a dab with ranch. I should probably buy those. They're probably going to be collectible.
Feel free.
Subway art. Camp Below. Is this Camp Below? This is where they got their sample. That's Curtis Mayfield. Big L, $10, bro. They're not as expensive as I thought they would be. I guess you could come here and play them on the turntable. You probably can't hear that. Let's see outside. We're in a quiet place here. Let's go to where we can get more action. Oh shit, I remember this, dude. The Goody Mob. CeeLo. Who's that peeping in my window? What's this from? Stress Magazine, 1998. I didn't even notice that was Dr. Drench.
I just seen the homie's name and then I clicked on it.
Coming. Sorry. You know this guy? Excuse me. Let me get up out of here. $150,000. What is this for? Cameron, the man who brought Pink back, bro.